Just reps on first take.
That's it.
That's the only thing you're focused on.
I thought Matt and Stephen A. was going to be here. I mean, if I knew they was going to do satellite, I would have just FaceTimed them.
Oh.
Well, man, you could have let a brother know that you were coming, A, and B, on top of it all, you know, I have to be in New York today. Some Jimmy V Foundation winners have requested my presence. So that's my excuse.
Okay.
That's my excuse.
But Matt doesn't have one. He's probably...
Oh, no, Max is just working his second job, boxing. So yeah, it's okay.
I was talking to Triple G and Canelo last night, so there was no time for me to get back. You guys interested in that rematch or not?
Of course.
Right.
D'Angelo, I'm happy you're here.
Thank you.
And we're going to get into it. Stephen A., I'll start with you. Do you have a problem with OBJ's tweets about his preseason playing time or lack thereof?
Yeah, but not for the reasons people would think. I mean, I'm not about to get here and excoriate Odell Beckham Jr. I got a lot of love for him. I think he's an incredible player. I think he's somebody, I'm hoping he's somebody that stays with the Giants for years to come. I just think he needs to be cognizant about the world we live in. He tweeted that he was, but I don't think he's cognizant about the world he's living in nearly as much as he should. Odell Beckham Jr. is a superstar talent. He is box office. When healthy, he isn't healthy. He got injured. He missed how many games last year? He missed 12 games last season, okay? So you missed the 12 games last season, and here you go. It's one of those situations where after missing these 12 games, you know, people want to see if you're healthy or not. You're trying to get paid. I'm not going to blame any football player for not jeopardizing themselves. I get that. But you need to understand that when it comes to OBJ, they're not just thinking about his health. They're also thinking about his attitude and what kind of impact is his presence going to have inside that locker room. Fair or not, he gets judged very, very harshly at times. They nitpick and pick apart every little thing about him. You understanding that, understanding also how it's backfired against you at times in the past, why put yourself in a position where people are questioning those things about you again, where they're going to look at Gettleman, the new GM, and they're going to ask the Giants, why waste your money or why take a chance on this guy? He can't be trusted, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's wrong for them to feel that way because, again, I think he's a superstar. He's box office, and I'd pay him in a heartbeat. The problem is we live in this NFL culture where they're going to judge every little thing against you and question your attitude, and that's problematic.
I would go, except D'Angelo was just laughing at you, Stephen A.
So let him laugh.
I think it's funny. I don't see a problem with it, and the reason why I don't see a problem with it is because if it's going to take you 4 preseason games to get on the same accord, then why the hell did you go through training camp? You got all those training camp practices to get what it is you need, and then risking yourself to injury during the preseason is something that you shouldn't have to be faced with. And I honestly think it was a great tweet. It's a digital age that we live in, and when players who are considered outspoken because they don't speak politically correct, they get a bad rap to those that do speak politically correct. I like the fact that he tweeted out what he tweeted out and interacted with his hands on Twitter.
Max, excuse me for 1 second. Let me interject real quick and ask D'Angelo this question.
Yes.
I get the fact that it's wrong, that it ain't right, that this happens to players.
True.
But are you saying, and that's not my position.
Right.
What I'm saying is I want Odell to get paid. Is it not true? Do you not know this yourself? That every little thing that can be used as an excuse not to give y'all the money that y'all deserve will be exercised at a moment's notice the second a team deems it convenient for them to do so.
Absolutely true. But at the same time, this is where OBJ wins. There's not a bigger name on that roster than OBJ. When OBJ does not show up on that field, the attendance drop and the ratings drop. So because he had that much pressure and that much influence, he's going to get the money and the respect that he deserved from the new GM or whoever walk into that building. Because if you could get a whole coach fired for benching Eli Manning, if you don't pay OBJ, they're going to get rid of the whole organization.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're gonna pay him right now because they don't pay you until they absolutely have to, and you don't get paid in the preseason, which is why Odell is smart for sitting out the preseason.
Thank you.
That's smart. You're coming off an injury, and by the way, it's also in the Giants fans' best interest. I'm a Giants fan. It's in the franchise's best interest. You want a physically compromised Odell, or even if he's just healing up. getting hurt, maybe a career-ending injury in a preseason game?
Preach,
no.
Max.
Especially
of course not.
Happened last season.
That's right. And let me just say, I like what Odell tweeted for this reason. He didn't just say, hey, everyone, grow up. Like he is coming from some perch where he understands things that no one else does. He's saying, can everyone grow up? I'm trying to. He's putting himself in the same boat. He's saying, let's all be better than this. We all know what it is. I'm not trying to kick up any storm here. I just don't want to get hurt for unpaid preseason games. Do you want me to get hurt? And by the way, I'd like to get paid.
But guys, I'm sorry. Who said, did you hear anybody say that he should play in the preseason? I mean, see, D'Angelo is sitting there reclining back in his chair like he's chilling out on vacation and stuff like that, acting like I said something I did not say. I never once said that this man should play in the preseason. So y'all are arguing a moot point. I totally agree. What I'm saying is Odell Beckham Jr. is one of the greatest in the game. He deserves to get paid. Max Kellerman, D'Angelo might have been balling, and as a result, he might have missed this episode. But you and I have debated on several occasions how OBJ deserves his money, deserves to get paid, but you, being a diehard Giants fan, Max, along with Molly, worried that all of the histrionics, the antics, or whatever the case may be, was going to be used as an excuse to lowball him. So my point is, if you're concerned that the economics of the NFL could lend itself towards them establishing a market value for him because they they label him this problem child or whatever the case may be, and that's an excuse that even D'Angelo has acknowledged could affect his bottom line, then why put yourself in a position before you get your damn money?
I see him as a passionate player. That's what I see him. I see him as a passionate player that's willing to do whatever.
But you ain't the one paying him.
Here's why he's going to be okay.
Stephen A. I'm worried about that ankle.
Time out. Here's why.
D'Angelo ain't cutting the check. He's cashing them.
Here's why he's going to get paid, because D'Angelo's sentiment is reflected by Odell's teammates. Odell's teammates like him. There's some guys, the team is like, Odell's teammates like him. What could keep his price down a little bit is Odell. You can do whatever you want. Go to Miami party, say whatever you want, tweet whatever you want. Catch passes in the playoffs, brother. That's it. I think Odell is better than Julio Jones or Antonio Brown. But if you don't catch passes in the playoffs, people will use that against you.
For sure.
But you see, Molly, here's the problem. Don't say, no, Molly. Don't say you with him. Don't say you with Max. Don't say you with D'Angelo. Because here's the reason why. Because Max and D'Angelo are talking about what's right. I'm talking about what's getting them paid. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
And OBJ. What's real.
Hold on, Molly. OBJ, do not listen to Max and D'Angelo. They are right. They are right. But don't listen to them. Get yourself paid. Chill out.
Out of time, gentlemen.
Period.
You have more first take reps coming up. Appreciate the player perspective here. D'Angelo, back a little later in the show to talk.
Right. Now you can laugh and recline back like you on vacation. Kick your feet up, too.
Can I read the bump, please, Stephen A?
Go
But
ahead.
Up next, LeBron